Have you ever thought of being a life coach?
No. Why would fancy saying that? Guys, I'm so good at life. Just let me coach you. Who's saying that?
This is a guy we used to work with, right, who used to bring vegetables in from his garden.
Yeah.
The ladies in the office seem to love it. Like, if he brought a big cucumber in, you girls always get excited about it.
Did we girls? I don't remember getting excited
You were like,
about
wow, that's a nice cucumber.
Wow. Can we be real, Bagsy? How you going?
Hey, how are we?
Good. We're very zen, aren't we?
We are. We just smashed a nachos and a bloody beef pie.
I had a pie.
How was your pie?
It was fantastic.
Peas in the pie?
The mashed potato was not great, and the peas were on top of it. That was like just a whole scene over there on that side of the plate that just didn't interest me. But the pie.
Are you going to do a Google review? Are you a Google reviewer? You don't go and, if you get a shitty meal, give them a bad Google review?
It'd have to be bad. You'd have to punch me in the face while you were serving me the food for me to bother.
It's a lot of effort, isn't it?
Yeah.
Who are those people?
Who are those people?
Who are those people that go to the effort to really fuck up a restaurant when they're all sweating their tits off in the kitchen?
Yeah, but it's everywhere now. It gets Google reviews, doesn't it? Shoe shops everywhere it gets.
Oh, yeah.
And it's funny because I rely on reviews, like oftentimes, especially for accommodation or if I'm buying something on Amazon I'm not sure about, I'll go and check the reviews, and yet I'd never leave one. So I think, who am I trusting?
Well, there's just different people in the world, aren't there?
So true.
You know?
Yeah.
There's people that have put a review on this podcast.
Yes.
And
I mean, that's super cool. I get that.
And we love them. And also negative as well. They'll give us a hard time sometimes. But then there's people that, boo, you suck, and 4.5 stars or whatever.
No, I'm booing them. I'm giving them a review.
Oh, but they can boo us too.
No.
It's a two-way boo streak.
Yeah, well, I'm booing them back.
It's a two-way boo streak.
Yeah, that's fine. Well, I didn't know that. They'd booed me, but now I'm booing them back.
There are some people, though, that will be listening to this podcast that have never written a review before. Get off your fucking ass.
I don't think I have. Oh, I have a podcast.
What podcast have you reviewed?
Friends.
Friends the podcast?
No, My Friends podcast.
Oh, right. I was thinking Friends the podcast.
No.
What's that about?
And usually I just hit 5 stars. I don't actually write anything.
Oh, come on, mate. They're your friends.
Yeah,
Put a bit of effort in.
Yeah, I know.
Have you ever reviewed your own podcast?
No.
Oh, come on, mate.
I promise you.
Oh, be honest. Have you
I
put a
am being
different name
honest.
down there and put a 5-star with,
No.
I really love Meshel. Bag sucks a bit, but Michelle's great. There should be more of Meshel. Have you ever done that?
No, I have not. No, I have not.
I might do that.
Yeah. Put that good one about Meshel. Do that.
Yeah, just get myself off the podcast.
Just give yourself a bit of a rocket
hard
up
time.
the arse. Just give yourself a bit of an uppercut in a review.
God, that'd be a great idea.
Yeah. Good idea. You should do that. Can I talk to you about Elizabeth Hurley?
Oh, what's she up to
Why
now?
wouldn't you? She's got a new boyfriend, and I'm surprised you don't know who it is because I think it's big news, but maybe it's only big news where I look for news.
I've no idea who it is. Who is it?
You're not going to believe who it is. It is Billy Ray Cyrus.
Oh, wow.
Isn't
now,
that
I would not have
crazy?
expected you to say that.
I know.
But Billy Ray, I mean, that Old Town Road song, gonna take me down to the Old Town Road and we're gonna ride till I can't no more.
But also...
I reckon that's what got her. I
Also,
got
he
the
married
horses, cheated on my girlfriend. You know, all that stuff.
Yeah. Look, I'm going to say Elizabeth Hurley likes a flamboyant fella.
And so, yeah, well, she's a fun time.
She's a fun time. And she's certainly one of the most beautiful women in the world. She's 60, I think, now. And can rock a bikini. It's a little bit creepy the way her son takes all the bikini photos of her. That creeps me out a little bit. But all the best to everyone, you know. And her son is so good looking, it's almost creepy. Like, he is so perfect. He's like an AI human being. Have you seen this kid?
No.
Mate, you've got to look up, what's his name? Damien, that's right. She gave him just the most English, conservative, you know how she loves to sort of be tits out but also be a bit classy, English countryside. The Damien is his name. And so I started thinking about her back catalogue, you know. So
Warnie.
I mean.
Austin Powers.
It doesn't, no, that was a movie. I'm talking about actual. Well, let's start with Hugh Grant. Yeah, we'll leave Austin Powers out of it for now. Let's try Hugh Grant.
Yes.
God, you really tickled yourself with that, haven't you?
Oh, I'm loving my work there.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hugh Grant.
Yeah.
I mean, he's pretty flamboyant.
Now, is this before the prostitute?
God, yep.
I've got some random shit going on here, mate.
And
Like,
also,
I've just got, like, I don't know some details.
should we eat in the middle of the day? I'm not sure. I don't know.
Have
maybe
a beer?
Get a beer. Yeah, maybe. Maybe it's got, yeah. Divine Brown was her name, the sex worker that he picked up time in LA, and they were together then. He and Liz were together. They were a couple then. But what about Steve Bing? Do you know anything about Steve Bing?
No.
He's Damien's father.
Right.
He was they used to say he was a billionaire. They used to say, oh, she's with this billionaire.
Right.
And then he died. And when he died, he had $300,000 to his name.
Ooh.
Now, I know, we're making that sound terrible. Most of us would be very happy if we had $300,000 in the bank when we died. But put it to you this way, this bloke inherited $600 million on his 18th birthday.
Yeah.
And he died in his 50s with $300,000 left. So
He had a great time, didn't he?
There
would have been some real good parties.
He really tried to spend every last cent of that, didn't he?
Yeah.
And that's the sort of bloke she's into. She's into just a flamboyant sort of.
Well, I'd say the same kind of guy you're into. You love a bit of a. I mean, I could see you and Billy Ray rolling around.
Don't be ridiculous. I find him creepy, and he married that Australian girl. She called herself Fire. Was it Fire Rose, Son? Yeah. There you go.
Fire Rose.
These are the facts that just cling to my brain cells. So he married this Australian girl. I think she's a singer. Her name's something else. Her parents don't call her Fire Rose, but that's fine. And they got married. And they were married like a minute, and then they broke up. And one of them accused the other of fraud and all that. Look, I don't think Miley talks to him, and I'm going to trust Miley's judgment on this. If Miley's got no contact with Billy Ray, I'm going no contact.
Yeah, okay.
With Billy Ray.
Yeah, we trust Miley. She's our inspiration.
100%. The girl's got the head screwed on properly.
Doesn't she?
Yeah, absolutely. And I trust her judgment. And so for that reason, I'm a little bit concerned about Liz. I know she likes a loose goose. Warnie, classic example. Billy Ray Cyrus.
How would Miley feel about Liz, do you think? Would they have bumped shoulders before at different events?
Just around the traps.
Yeah.
They might have. Liz gets around the traps, that's for sure. It's hard to say. Well, it turns out she and Billy Ray made a movie together, which none of us would know, because who the fuck's going to see a movie starring Billy Ray Cyrus and Elizabeth, what's her name? Hurley. No one's going to see that movie. So that went under the radar. But they that's how they met.
Yeah, right.
And the funny thing about it is he sort of looks like he could be her mum. Like, if you look at a photo of them together cuddling, they're cuddling, he's standing behind her. He's got long brown hair.
Great hair.
Smooth skin. Oh, great hair. It's a good hair family, the Cyruses. Smooth skin. Busty. I'd say he's busty.
Right.
Yeah. It's a weird look. He looks like he could be her mum.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on there, but look, all the best to everyone.
Totally.
Obviously,
So what is Liz's fascination with these guys, do you think?
I don't know. She feels like she makes her own money. She's not looking to be taken care of.
Do you think she's doing it on purpose? Do you think she's going, what would be a bit funny?
It would be hilarious. Fuck. Oi, Damien, wouldn't it be hilarious if I started dating Billy Ray Cyrus? Yeah. And he'd go, probably, Mum, yeah. Take a weird photo of her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what her go is. I think she's just an independent woman. I do think she does a lot for shits and giggles.
And then takes it too far.
Yeah, potentially. I think letting word get out to anybody else that she was rooting Billy Ray Cyrus is probably a mistake. I just feel like she's perfect. She's everything. So she should be with someone else who's perfect in everything. And I just don't think Billy Ray Cyrus is it.
Who do you picture her with then? Like, let's pick someone that you actually see Elizabeth Hurley with.
Like,
well, who's the perfect guy for Elizabeth Hurley?
Well, Hugh Grant. But they had that weird. They stayed together after the sex worker thing. Then they broke up, but they were still best friends and all that. But he finally impregnated another lady, and that was the end. He finally had kids with somebody else. So, but like that's her perfect. I think she needs a gentleman like that.
Yeah.
Not Billy Ray Cyrus. He looks... You shouldn't talk about people's looks, but apart from looking like he could be her mum, he also looks like he could be like in a horror movie where, you know, you're driving out in one of those states in America in the middle.
Like Edward Scissorhands.
No, worse than that. Like those ones where you're out in the middle of Alabama or somewhere and you go, why don't we have cell phone connection or whatever?
Oh, yeah.
That sets up
he comes out with the top hat on.
Yeah, that sets up the whole thing that you can't get help and then you have to go and stay in a cabin and then these weird local guys come out.
Yeah.
He looks like that.
Yeah.
I don't get it. But Liz Hurley as Miley Cyrus's stepmom would be exciting.
Do you think Miley might write a song about it?
No, I don't think so because I just don't think she's so close to her mum and I think she feels like her dad just fucked her mum around too much. I think that's actually the root of why she doesn't like her dad.
Yeah.
It's a very strange family, the Cyruses, don't you think? He was the dad in Hannah Montana as well, the show that made her famous.
Right.
So it feels like maybe she's just shaking her dad off a bit.
Yeah. Well, good on you, Miley. And good on you, Liz.
Liz could be reason to ring Dad again, though. There might be part of you that goes, oh, fuck it, I'll ring the old bastard because I really want to meet Liz Hurley.
Well, maybe Liz might encourage Billy. Like, imagine this, lying in bed, Liz goes, hey, don't you think you should be a bit better to Miley?
Damien, what do you think? Because I've got a funny feeling Damien sleeps in the same room. Chime in, Damien.
Is he like a dog on the end of the bed or something like that?
Yeah, he could be. He's very tall, but he could be. Or maybe he's just on a sort of a pull-out over, sofa bed.
Good times.
Corner. Good times, but weird couples.
Yeah.
I'm here for weird couples.
Good times, weird couples. If you've got a secret you want to share it on the podcast, all you have to do is go to the link in the bio or go to Michelle's Instagram page. This is our first secret for today. I started having drinks after work with a colleague to vent about our partners. And now we're 3 months into an affair. We both say we're staying late to catch up on deadlines. The truth is we're catching Ubers to the same apartment building every Thursday.
Thursday. I love that it's midweek, by the way. Thursday. I've only got Friday to get through, so that's great. God, I don't know. Why do you people keep telling me you're having affairs? I mean...
Because you say they're okay.
Yeah, I do.
I think you make people feel safe sharing that they don't need to be loyal.
No, yeah, I get. I mean, I'm just saying they happen. They happen.
Because you like being the other lady.
I did like that. Yeah, that was fun. And I managed it. That was the other thing. I think the question is always, can I do this? Can I actually not be jealous and not be weird, and can I do it? So I was very proud of myself that I could do it, to be honest, which is a weird thing to be proud of yourself for, but nonetheless I was.
Did you feel like you were in a movie?
Yeah, maybe a little bit.
Like, did you feel like, oh, this is, I've seen this on like in Mission Impossible or something like that, or?
I haven't seen it. No, I haven't seen Mission Impossible.
You told me you loved Mission Impossible.
Mission Impossible?
Yeah, Tom Cruise. There's a new one coming out. Let's go see it together. Come on.
I'm not going to see. No.
Oh, come on.
Do you remember that show? I think it was called Sex/Life.
Right.
Do you remember that show?
No.
It was on Netflix. Mm-hmm. That show was on while I was seeing this guy, while I was having an affair, and we used to watch that show and laugh about what characters we were in it.
Right.
So, yeah, but this one, look, I'm going to say it's risky with a workmate. And it's risky anytime. It's risky anytime.
That's where you get to know people. You get to see them in the
100%.
wild. You get to watch them under pressure. When the manager's pushing them, how do they react?
Plus, it's such work. It can actually be a really intimate space. Like, it's where you spend most of your time.
Look at this place.
Oh, God, I mean.
Intimate as all hell.
Oh, isn't it? It's just like a warm hug. It really is.
A sterile warm hug. With bright lights and cameras and
lovely.
a bit of, yeah.
But, people who actually work proper hours, which you and I don't do. But
yeah, we do, mate. We're doing
not together.
We are doing a full 7 hours together today.
One day. We're
month.
doing a full day.
A month.
A month. We are doing a full day a month. Yeah, some people do that every single weekday. Every single weekday, some people do this in a way.
Well, we used to. Remember?
Yeah, but even then we were out early. So, but then imagine if we'd had an affair at the radio station.
Good times.
Amazing times. But Matt Tilley would have known straight away because he was standing there right with us. You're right. He would have been involved. It would have been a throuple. And
God, you're a lucky girl.
I'm very lucky girl. But
Me and Matt.
no, but listen, but he loves his wife very much and his kids.
He does.
So we would have Suze.
I remember one night we were at a comedy night and I was texting her. Remember that?
No?
Yeah.
Were you rooting her?
No. I was just flirting with her, remember?
Were you?
Yeah.
God, maybe I had this all wrong. But what I was going to say is if Suze found out about our throuple, she'd have our guts for garters.
Wouldn't she?
Oh,
I feel like,
Christ.
yeah, because she was quite like she really kind of bossed Matt around a lot, didn't she?
Well, I mean, they were a partnership. She sacrificed, he sacrificed.
Yeah.
They're working on this thing together, this family and this whole thing.
Yeah. He spent a lot of time in the veggie patch.
Right? She finds out, well, that's not the only patch he's spending time in. I don't know if that makes sense, but you know what I mean?
We had a veggie patch.
Yeah, she finds out,
Remember he used to work, this is a guy we used to work with, right, who used to bring vegetables in from his garden.
Yeah. You know,
And in his defence, I used to watch. The ladies in the office seemed to love it. Like, if he brought a big cucumber in, you girls used to get excited about it.
did we girls? I don't remember getting excited.
You were
about
one of the
a
girls
big-
getting excited. You were like, wow, that's a nice cucumber.
Wow, that's a nice cucumber. Don't remember that.
But do you remember he used to do that?
Yeah, I remember him bringing
He loved
vegetables.
bringing
I
veggies
don't
in.
remember getting excited about it.
What? Who does that?
I
I need to say this out loud now because I never had the
Veggie
chance to say this
guys.
at the time, but I thought that was fucking weird.
Veggie guys.
If I
there's-
came walking in with a bunch of potatoes, what would you think? This guy's fucking...
I'd think, I can't believe, did Yulia buy them, is what I'd think.
Yeah.
Yeah, she went to the shop and
Not
bought
me.
them. No, not yet. That's what I would think.
Are you bringing... You're not bringing anything to the workplace.
No. I'm bringing this. I'm
that's
bringing
it.
the magic. That's what I'm bringing.
Anyway, workplace relationships.
Workplace relationships. You have to be so careful. Oh, God. I mean, anything can happen. And work's hard enough, let's be honest. Work is enough of a drag without...
But sometimes you need to keep it exciting.
I get that. I've certainly
know.
been in that. Yeah, I get that. Bit of flirtation, all that's fun. But you don't want to turn it into a drama. You don't want to have drama. Drama's for home, kids. Drama's for... And romantic arguments and falling outs and breaking up. That's not for work. You know? You're going to ruin your work world. Because where can this end? You're really going to have these Thursday nights forever in your apartment? Surely one person's going to get sick of it or one person's going to fall in love. Oh, God. And then
the
the
way the
Christmas
offices-
party's going to be a fucking nightmare.
Well, I mean, every business is doing cutbacks, cost efficiency. It's going to be harder and harder because
True.
you're going to have a smaller pool.
Oh, true.
You know?
Yeah. Yep.
It's not like you can just move on.
No.
And-
It's like, you know, Mad Men where they could just like go into the typing pool and there's 30 hot women sitting in there and you can just pick one
Yeah, there's
off.
only 3 of them.
Yeah. No one types anymore. I mean, there's no one.
There's no one there.
This doesn't exist.
This is a bloke masturbating in there.
Go, where'd all the chicks go? Oh, God. Yeah, office romance is getting harder, but I'm saying good on you. Have fun, but be careful.
Okay. All right. This is our first audio secret for today.
Hello, guys. Just a little bit of feedback from the last episode, Feedback Friday, where the both of you were giving just the most beautiful compliments to one another. Bags, in particular, the way that you spoke of Meshel, I really want to highlight because the energy and confidence Meshel does ooze most definitely makes its impact on those around her and the listeners. I often say to my best friend, who's also a huge fan of the show, shout out to Laura, I love listening to Meshel, especially when, you know, I have a little bit of anxiety around the day ahead, whether that's, you know, dealing with my little ones or something difficult at work. Meshel makes life just seem less heavy and light. And Bags, you're an absolutely awesome, sensitive soul as well. Love you both to death. Keep doing what you're doing.
How lovely. Isn't that lovely? What are you thinking over there?
No, yeah.
You're a bit weird ever since your lunchtime beer, but
What do you mean? How am I weird? It's a compliment for you.
Yeah, it is.
I know why you just called me weird.
Why?
Because you don't like a compliment,
That
and
maybe
you,
that's
you just made this about me somehow. But it's actually just a nice compliment for you. And I agree with that lady completely. I think
well,
that.
so do I. She said
You know?
nice things about you too. You're a lovely, sensitive,
my bit was a bit smaller.
a bit shorter.
Yeah, a bit shorter.
That's probably appropriate.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, you are a very and shout out to Laura as well, your mate, brilliant. Yes, absolutely.
You don't know what to say here, do you?
What I'm thinking, I've had an idea, actually.
Well, is there someone that and tell us your idea soon, but is there someone that you used to watch that you would get the same thing from? For example, like if you would watch Oprah back in the day, would you get energized after watching that and go, okay, I was having a bit of a shit day. I've now watched that episode about that thing and I'm feeling a bit better, or I got distracted, or I got, a bit.
Yeah, I think.
Do you get that?
Yeah, I definitely get inspired by lots of people. Yeah, and also I used to love reading biographies, because oftentimes it's about the ups and downs of life and recovering from shit times. So yeah, I find that always has helped me as well, just to remember that everybody goes through them, and the only difference is if you pick yourself up and keep going. And yeah, so definitely I'm inspired by that.
So you like to sing that tub thumping song to yourself? Like
I get knocked down and I get up again. You're never going to keep me down. Which takes me to my idea.
Right.
I was just sitting here thinking, should I release daily meditations, like morning, not meditation. What's that word for, like, something you say to yourself in the morning to make you feel good?
Oh yeah, like an inspirational quote. Like you could be like an audio calendar,
right?
You know, when you have the word of the day.
Yeah.
You could like, I could flick over to the date today and then realise.
Flick me over and I'll go, I get knocked down, but I get up again. You're never going to keep me down. Don't let anyone keep you down either. Go for it. Just a little inspo every morning. Just like, you know what?
Okay, well let's workshop this. Let's have an on-air meeting here.
Okay, yeah.
So what is it called? Is it called like Michelle's Inspo?
Morning inspo?
Morning Inspo with Meshel?
I don't know.
Just a nice picture of you there.
We're going to need a whiteboard.
Yeah, we are.
We need a whiteboard.
You need a whiteboard and a couple of...
I've got one at home.
People with no ideas in the room.
Yeah. Maybe some bloke who's been to Europe and heard someone else do the idea.
Right.
And he can pretend it's his
He'll
idea.
consult.
Consultant. You're right. Word for that. But like, I'll just one morning, I'll just go, hey, you probably run into an asshole today. Don't worry about it.
Now you're making fun of it. Like,
I'm not.
I think this lady genuinely listens and she gets inspired by you, mate.
I am being
just finding
honest.
it awkward to take a compliment. Take a compliment, mate.
I take it and I accept
you
it.
don't
I
take
appreciate
compliments
it.
well. You're always weird about compliments. What is your problem?
I'm accept it and I appreciate it. Thank you. I am accepting the compliment, but I'm also germinating an idea.
It sounds a bit shit at the moment.
Why? What if you woke up in the morning and you go to the toilet or you go wherever you go and you flick on this and you hit it
on Alexa?
Popped up. Yeah.
Okay.
Alexa, on your phone, wherever, and it goes, g'day, mate. Look, just have a great day. Just take a few deep breaths and, if it gets too much, go home, have a nap with your dog.
There you go. Okay. Well,
yeah, that's all I'm talking about. Just a few little pearls of wisdom.
I don't know if that was a pearl of wisdom.
Well,
I think that was just a bunch of words that you said at the start of a day that you probably say to your kids on the way when they walk out to go to the bus.
Yeah.
Like, that wasn't that good.
It's great. I'm not trying to change.
I'm not paying for that. Sorry, is this like a subscription service?
Yeah.
How much?
About 150 a week.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I mean.
Okay.
Yeah, do you know how much life coaches cost? I mean, this is good shit.
Have you ever thought of being a life coach?
No. No. Fancy saying that. Guys, I'm so good at life. Just let me coach you. Who's saying that? Anyone who's saying
There's
that.
There's a lot.
I know.
Mate, there is a lot of people that will tell you how great their life is.
What kind of narcissist do you have to be to go, let me teach you how to live your life? No. Thank you. Because most of it I don't want to tell you about. Most of what's hard about my life I don't want to confess to anyone. So I'm not going to tell you the whole truth about my life.
Interesting. We don't really see that on Instagram rolling around.
No, we don't.
What would be your top 3 tips for how to have a shit life?
Well, I mean, it's...
Which part aren't you sharing that you want to...
Well, the fact
because this could really cut through. When everyone's running this way, you run the opposite way.
Yeah, I run the opposite way towards my bed. I sleep on a mattress on the floor so that Jacko can climb onto it because he's getting older, he's got arthritis. And on my perfect day, I am in there by 3 p.m.
There you go, guys.
I'm not telling that to a life coach. They're going to go, try putting in a full day of work. Try not going to bed. Try not sleeping with your dog. Try not... You know what I mean? Like, you're not going to actually tell
The truth.
To a life coach because they're already putting themselves forward as living a great life.
Yeah.
And if you go, I just really need help, like eating less Uber Eats and getting my kids to go to school for one full week, just one 5-day span. And if I could not be in bed in my pajamas by 4 p.m. I just think there's some places to start. What's a life coach going to say to me?
Yeah, true. Yeah. Well, look, a lovely compliment and good on. How do you file the compliment? I wonder where you're going to file this one, actually.
I love it. Just flat out, straight in.
Yeah. More of that.
Click, I love it. And if you would like to receive my inspos in the mornings, well, just let us know on social media because this arsehole reckons it's a stupid idea, so...
Well, for now, I think you need some more...
Oh, I could develop it.
Yeah, I think it needs some more development.
I don't even have a whiteboard in
Rajesh.
here. How am I going to... What?
Rajesh, will he be involved in that project?
Yes. Possible, yes.
All right, let's get into the next audio secret.
Hey guys, big fan of the podcast. Have been listening to some old eps, which has been amazing while I've been commuting for work. An episode came up this morning and you guys were talking about flybys, which reminded me of a story back when I was in high school. One of my classmates worked at Target, so late nights, weekends, that sort of thing. He was working at the checkout most of the time, and one afternoon in geography, I remember it was geography class because it was so fucking boring, the police and the principal rocked up and escorted him out of the room. And everyone just sort of looked at each other, freaked out, because we just assumed that something happened to his family or, a family member, who knows. No, it turns out he was being investigated for fraud because every shift he did at the checkout at Target, when he would ask someone if they had flybys, majority of people say no, unless it was an old duck, with their flybys ready to go next to the price line card. Yep. He would scan his own card every single time the sale went through. Then one Saturday, a Harry Potter book was released for the first time in years or what have you. And he was working and every nerd this side of the Eastern Freeway was lining up. And every book that went through, he scanned his own flybys. And it was alerted to, the Flybys HQ. And they tracked it down to him and he was, investigated.
Is there a Flybys
I'm not sure
HQ?
what happened to him because he left school laughter. I'm not sure if he's doing 20 to life, but... Yeah, flybys. They'll catch you.
They will.
Bloody flybys. He's the first person in history to actually make money out of flybys.
Yeah.
To actually have it make sense.
Because usually it depends on, $30 grand to get a toaster.
Right. So this is the first kid who's actually made it work. I wonder if he, in his mind, and I can kind of understand thinking, well, why not my card? If there's flybys on offer on this Harry Potter book, and this person doesn't have a flybys card, because have you ever done that? Have you ever had a person swipe their flybys on someone else's shopping?
I've never had flybys in my life. No,
me neither, but I've seen it done. I've seen, the lady at the checkout says, oh, do you have flybys? And the person will go, no, and then their mum might be with them and they'll go, oh, I do. I'll take it. Yeah. So I wonder if the kid sort of felt they were doing anything wrong or if they kind of felt like, well, there's just flybys.
Yeah, they're out in the air.
Out in the air.
Go grab them.
Yeah.
Go get your flybys.
Why can't I have them?
Yeah.
No one else is having them. I love that story. Wow. Teenage fraud of flybys.
Were you ever a flybys girl?
No.
Never?
Nah. I don't have any cards. I hate cards. I hate even
Yeah, but you would have gone through a
cards.
period when there were, cards were a thing.
Yeah, but I just...
10, 15 years ago, you must have had some kind of loyalty card for something. Did you ever get No?
No.
What about when you go get a haircut and you go to stamp you get your 10th one for free? Did you ever get those?
Who gets a free haircut?
Mate, I got one the other day.
Are you serious?
Around the corner here. They gave me a little fucking thing. I've got 10 to go.
I don't
or 9 to
want
go
a
now.
free haircut.
I do want a free haircut.
No, I don't want some bloke who's thinking, I'm not making anything out of this. I don't want that person doing my hair. No.
Except that must be a barbershop thing.
Yeah,
right?
barbershops are.
I don't know. Yeah, so you wherever you go.
Mon and Jeff, yeah.
Yeah, they're not doing a every 10th one you get for free.
No. That is crazy. How could you trust your hair to some bloke who you're not even paying?
Mate, it's just...
No. No free haircuts, thanks a lot. Jesus. No, I've never had a
You
loyalty.
must have had some kind of...
No, and the chemist is always trying to sign me up. Meshel, you spend so much money here. Have a loyalty card. I'm like, no. Imagine if you took every loyalty card you were offered in your life.
Well, Yulia loves them.
Does she?
Yeah, Yulia, like if we ever go to like a Zara or one of those bloody shops, and the one question they'll always ask when we get to the checkout, are you a member here?
Yeah.
Everywhere, she's a fucking member.
Really?
Everywhere we go, she'll be like, yeah, I'm a member. Here we go. Here's my email address or here's my mobile number. They punch it in and she gets some kind of little discount and stuff like that.
Yeah, I've got memberships. I've got a membership at Mecca and Sephora.
There we go. All these joints.
But I'm not using a card. And then sometimes I can't even be bothered with that. Like sometimes, this is how lazy I am. Imagine telling the life coach this. Sometimes when I am shopping, I buy something at Mecca, let's say, and they say, are you a member? Because you'll get 20% off. I just think, I can't be fucked with this conversation any longer. And I go, no.
Yeah.
I'm like, keep my money. Just stop making me talk.
Yeah. Whenever anyone asks me, are you a member? I do feel that they want to start selling me into being a member.
Right.
I look at them like, don't fucking ask
me. Are you a member? No. Do you want to be a member? No. You'll get 20% off it? No.
It's too long.
Ah.
I am a member of Dan Murphy's though.
Okay, good. Well, that makes sense. Yeah. Do you get a card or do you?
No, you put your number in. You just give them your mobile number and then they'll just punch it in when you go get your bottle of vodka. And then sometimes, if you go for a Belvedere or something like that, they'll knock off 20% or something.
Well, similarly, I am a member of Pet Circle.
There we go.
So see? You're right. I do have a loyalty. I don't think I have an actual card, but I am a member and I get a discount on cat biscuits. Massive.
You're not a Dan Murphy's girl?
No. Weirdly. No, I'm not. No, I'm all about the cat biscuits.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, so you're right. I do have that stuff. But
all right. Well, how do you file the fly by secret?
God, I mean, I love it in a way, in a weird way. I kind of love it. And maybe that's why they've done away with cards in a lot of ways.
Yeah, just give us your number. Give us your email or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's get into the next secret.
My secret is if my partner won't stop leaving whole meals cooked on the countertop overnight and then trying to get us to eat the whole thing for dinner for the next few days, I'm going to kill him. He thinks he knows more than the FDA and that it's safe to eat. But I think I should probably follow the guidelines and not keep reheating and cooling and reheating and cooling food for me and my daughter to eat. He thinks he's some kind of Iron Man with an amazing gut that he will never die, but, maybe he should. And that would teach him, that would show him, fuck me. I just can't stand it anymore.
No.
I'm not actually going to kill him. That's just a joke. I just feel like I will. We have a 10-month-old, so, we're in that place right now. But if he keeps leaving out whole meals on the countertop instead of just putting it in the fridge, thinking that's okay, and that there are no such thing as bacteria, I'm gonna go on a murder spree.
God,
she's mentioned murder and death a lot for this guy. I would be worried. And then she said she's joking.
She has a 10-month-old baby. I think that's the key.
She can say that a lot.
She's exhausted.
You can say murder a lot when you've got a 10-month-old.
You can. It's an unwritten law. You can threaten to murder your partner when you've got a 10-month-old baby. Everyone knows that.
Right, okay.
Yeah. Oh, God, I hear you, girl. But it's so annoying because he's making out like he's helping. I'm cooking. But what he's doing is creating another problem for her. That's the worst when they carry on like they're helping you and it's actually creating more work for you, more of a problem for you, more stress. And you've tried to say stop doing it and he won't stop doing it. I'd love some photos. I want to know more about what these meals are. Whole meals left out on the bench. Are we talking the slow cooker? What are we talking about?
Yeah.
What are the meals?
I'm picturing like just a roast chook broken up with like maybe some salad and
just left on the bench like no Glad wrap.
Yeah, mashed potato or something like that.
I mean, I know it still needs to be refrigerated if it's Glad wrapped. I understand that, but you know what I often do though, because I'm a bit the same in that I think I have iron guts and I'll eat crazy things in terms of like Louis' leftover pizza from the night before that's been sitting on the bench.
Whoa.
Oh, just fling that right in.
Although you do live in Melbourne.
Yes.
And I think that's probably the only city where you could get away with it's just cold enough that the pizza's kind of refrigerated out in the open.
Our kitchen is freezing at the
Yeah.
moment. So, yeah, I do think the same thing.
But I wouldn't go 2 days though, mate.
No, I wouldn't do it 2 days, but I will do it in summer. I will just,
Smash out a pizza from the bench.
Yeah, just fling it in. Yep. Just Louis, bit of, He loves a margarita pizza.
All right, okay. In the workplace, there was a pizza. It was in the box.
Yeah.
Got thrown into the bin.
Right.
I did take the box out of the bin and eat the pizza. Is that also bad?
No.
Because it was in the box.
Yeah.
Bin pizza.
Yeah. Bin pizza. But it's in the box.
Because you know on a Friday how they have the work drinks?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think that's fine. And I would go as...
And it's only been there for 30 minutes. And really what was in the bin? It's like paper.
Exactly.
And other bits and pieces. But yeah, sure, someone probably blew their nose and threw their fucking tissue in there and shit like that as well.
But it's still in the box.
It's still in the fucking box.
Yeah. No, it's near germs, but I don't think germs are on it. I would have eaten that.
I don't think the germs had a long enough period to travel.
No, I agree. And we're not scientists either, but...
How long does it take a germ to get there?
I think it depends on what germ. What the germ's called, where it's come from, how it's feeling, how motivated it is. I think there's all of those factors to take into account. But I mean, I've eaten some funky shit. And I remember, when the kids were little, I just put so much stuff in my mouth because I couldn't be bothered walking to the bin. Like they'd come at me with mushed banana.
And there's no way I'd touch that shit.
Mushed Vegemite on a bit of bread and their dirty little fingers, and I'd just go,
oh, really? Fucking hell.
Yeah, because I just couldn't. I was so exhausted. I was like, I cannot get up and go to the bin right now. This is going to let me stay seated for a couple of minutes. I'm just
going to eat it.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Bloody hell.
I know. It's tragic. It's tragic. So, look, darling, perfectly understandable. Everything you're saying is perfectly understandable. But unfortunately, it appears as though you're married to a man, so I don't know what the solution is because no matter how clearly how you say it, whether you say it angrily, threatening to kill him, or whether you try and put it nicely to protect his little feelings, he appears to be married to this idea of leaving fucking food on the bench, which is so weird.
What could you put in the food? It's not going to kill him because we have touched on murder a bit here. We don't want to go there.
We've established we're not murdering the guy, okay? We've established that.
What could you put in the food? Maybe ants or something like that where it's like he gets the food and then he realises, oh, fuck, I don't want that to happen again.
Yeah,
and so then he starts,
It's
or
like,
snails. Go get some snails out of the...
It's like training a dog. It's like, oh, well, he doesn't understand words. So what can we do to make him understand that food on the bench isn't safe for a prolonged period of time? However could we make him understand this? What if we fill it with poison? What if we... Oh,
no,
that's
not
murder
poison.
again.
That's
Sorry,
murder. I think
again.
just go ants or snails or something like that.
I love it. I'm just amused and offended at the idea that we have to find a way to trick an adult man into not...
Putting the food in the fridge.
Putting the fucking leftover food in the fridge. But yeah, whatever it takes, put whatever it... I do like the idea of ants or something because that makes it feel real. Like you didn't do it.
Totally.
But it's like, maybe if you put it in the fridge, it wouldn't attract ants or... Because,
it's also a bit of effort. You got to go out into the backyard, go collect some ants.
Well, at the moment, she's got to throw away food every day, I guess. Or
It's a small little bit of effort she's got to go through. But then, God, what a weird thing. That's going to be a weird day, isn't it? When she's out in the backyard trying to find some ants and put
Hi,
them
Bev. Just collecting ants. Nothing. Don't worry about it. Fat rat. Put a big fat rat in there. It's so infuriating. Like, just stop doing it. Why do they do this sort of shit? Why do they put... juice bottles back in the fridge with that much juice in them? Why do they...
Oh, I've done that though.
I'm sure you have.
Yeah, I've done that.
I'm asking why.
I haven't done this food thing, but I've done because there's a little bit left.
Drink it.
Oh, okay. But what if my cup... what if I filled my cup up and there's how much are we talking though?
Well, drink it and throw it in the bin. You're just leaving a job for Yulia. That's creating a job for somebody else.
There's enough there for her to go and have a little, like a half a glass, There you go.
Just
a half glass for you.
A half a glass of juice. So then she has to put it in the recycling bin. Just don't leave her a job. Just do it. Just get it down there. Yeah, come on now.
Okay.
All right.
Good
Perfectly
times.
understandable.
Perfectly understandable.
Yeah.
All right. If you've got a secret you want to share it on the podcast, all you have to do is go to the link in the bio, and we will catch you again tomorrow.